Members of the National Assembly are carving out a legislative route to amend the Constitution to entrench certain specialized funds, top among them being the CDF funds, with speculation rife that the amendments may also include President William Ruto's Hustlers Fund. Lois Wangoi reports.
Tungulu MP Stephen Mule and his Gishogo counterpart Robert Gishomo are the sponsors of the bill, which aims at shielding the NG-CDF funds from legal disruptions. Now, the MPs are seeking to fully enshrine the NG-CDF in the Constitution while introducing a Senate Oversight Fund. The MPs want to put legislation for the funds whose objective will be to empower women, men, youth and persons living with disabilities.
And we need also the legal minds of this House to help us to move forward in terms of the interpretation of the ruling of the Supreme Court, so that we can be able to get our funds as early as possible.
Through this parliamentary initiative, the MPs have introduced the Constitutional Amendment Bill 2022 as the packaging material for the entrenchment of the funds in the Constitution, this to ensure that their role in promoting national development projects is safeguarded by the Constitution.
Mr. Speaker, we want to warn the mandarins in Treasury. They need to get their legal interpretation of the Supreme Court. We as lawyers in this House, who will number about 30, Mr. Speaker, will be appearing in Parliament, in the courts on the 1st and the 2nd to defend the rights of Kenyans.
The proposed Constitutional Amendment Bill 2022 also seeks to increase the NG-CDF kitty to 5% of the country's national revenue, away from the current 2.5%. In the current financial year, Treasury allocated the NG-CDF funds 44.3 billion shillings, but if the MPs approve the bill, this figure could increase to about 88 billion shillings.
For how long shall we lament about CDF? For how long? For how long is the question.
Now, the Constitutional Amendment Bill of 2022 requires a two-thirds support of the National Assembly members. This amendment push coming after a ruling by the Supreme Court declaring CDF unlawful. Lois Wangoi, NTV, Eldoret.